TV23 KDGL. Covering the High Plains with news, weather, and information. From TV23 Studios in Sublette, this is High Plains Today.
Good Thursday, everybody. It is April 14th, 2016. Welcome to High Plains Today, right here on TV23. On today's show, we'll be joined by our entertainment correspondent from Chicago, Adam Jewell. In the meantime, let's look at happenings. Well, according to the Dillons.com website, a recall affecting Dillons stores is Reeser products that may be contaminated with Listeria monocytogenes. I knew I was going to screw that up. And if eaten, could result in severe illness to those individuals who may consume the product. Now, the products affected are Reeser's macaroni salads and Reeser's potato salads. For a full list of the affected Reeser products, you can go to Dillons.com. And students from the Garden City High School Buffalo Broadcasting System radio and television classes recently won a record 51 awards in the Kansas Association of Broadcasters State Awards competition. Garden City High School students won 18 state championships, 17 state runner-up awards, and 16 state honorable mention recognitions. Now, the awards were given out at the KAB's Student Seminar in Emporia on April 5th. In total, KAB gave out 94 awards to 12 schools across the state, with Garden City High School winning more awards than all other schools combined. Congratulations to you, Buffalo Broadcasting. And the Seward County Community College Nursing Program is going strong and is the thumbs up from the Accreditation Commission for Education in Nursing, a nursing organization that reviews educational programs. The SCECC nursing program is fully accredited and will be visited again in the spring of 2021. Now, SCCC faculty were notified of the action taken by ACEN at its meeting in March. The Board of Commissioners received, reviewed, and accepted the follow-up report of the Associate Nursing Program and affirmed the next visit for the spring of 2021. And the Liberal Police Department will be adding a motorcycle unit to its force as they were able to purchase 5 police-outfitted motorcycles from the Garden City Police Department in the amount of a total of $8,500. Now, breaking it down to $1,700 per motor vehicle. So I guess you can watch for those if you live in Liberal. And millions of cattle and hogs fatten up at Kansas' more than 1,750 large-scale livestock feedlots. Yet, the state regulatory agency entrusted with overseeing those confined feeding operations has no full-time professional environmental engineers at the moment. There are 4 vacancies in the Kansas Department of Health and Environment Livestock Waste Management section. Now, that's created a backlog of between 20 and 30 permits for new or expanding feeding operations and delays of an additional 3 months to process wastewater permit applications. Now, the state says the vacancies aren't causing public safety concerns because wastewater plans for new or expanding facilities are still being reviewed, though at a slower pace. But activists and residents who live near the feedlots say qualified engineers are needed to protect the environment and the people living near the facilities, and I'm sure the state agrees. And Kansas House Speaker Ray Merrick is frustrated with Kansas' use of estimated-based budgeting, sharing his views a week before a new review will reveal if the state budget is in the red. Now, the Stillwater Republican acknowledged the state's revenue forecasting method is unlikely to change, but he expressed uncertainty over the way Kansas uses revenue estimates to do the budget. Now, the Consensus Revenue Estimating Group, made up of legislative staff, executive branch, budget staff, and university economists, will meet next week to produce a new revenue forecast. Many observers expect the group to lower the forecast, forcing the governor and legislature to find ways to close the deficit. And that's a look at some of the stuff that's happening. Come back after these messages. We'll be talking about some rain in the forecast coming up for, the next several days.
You're watching High Plains Today on TV23 with host Chris Jewell. TV23's internet service and 4G live streaming provided by United Wireless. Coverage you deserve. Service you expect. United Wireless.
You want to feel connected, at one with your world. Informed, included, and inspired. So no matter where you are, when important things happen, we're here at all hours, in the moment, on every screen in your life. Your local TV and radio broadcasters. We investigate and inform, give back to the community, build the local economy, even save lives. America's #1 source for news, weather, and information. And unlike any other news source, we're here, 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 and here. We are broadcasters, always here for you, wherever here may be. Text TV to 52886. Tell Washington local stations matter.
You realize that 49 million Americans struggle with hunger? That's 1 out of every 6 Americans.
These people are around us every day. They're our friends, they're our coworkers, their kids go to school with our kids.
Sometimes we're not even aware that they're struggling. This problem is closer than you think. But so is the solution.
Play a role in ending hunger. Visit feedingamerica.org/hunger and find your local food bank.
Something I feel when I'm right here. Something that tells me that I'm home. This is the place. Everybody here knows it. This is the place. Oh, it's home to me and you. Yeah, this is the place.
Now, the local weather forecast for the High Plains.
Sunshine right now. We got a few high clouds out there, but that's going to change coming into the weekend. Let's take a look at the readings here at the station, and my button's not working. Anyway, oh, there it is. It's one of them days, people. Currently 64 degrees. Relative humidity is pretty high, 69%. Winds are out of the south-southeast at 12. Barometric pressure is falling, and we're going to call it mostly sunny, maybe a little partly cloudy. Looking at the current temperatures around the region, though, everybody is in the 60s and up into the 70s, except you get over here to Pratt. They're lagging behind. They're only at 50 degrees. Current dew points, so you can see, are also pretty high. Everybody has high humidity today, especially over at Medicine Lodge. I mean, they're at 52. Their temperature was in the 50s, so they're really humid over there. Looking at our current wind speeds around the area, you can see Liberal is everybody is pretty much out of the south, but you get over here to further to the west, it's kind of out of the south-southwest in Elkhart. Variable winds over in Lamar, but generally mostly southerly winds. Looking at our highs and lows as recorded at the Garden City Regional Airport, we did get to 72 yesterday. Not near 94 that we were back in 06. 38 was the overnight low. 13 back in 1997. No new precipitation in the bucket, but that's going to change. Looking at our forecast for today, we're looking at 77 for the high. Winds are going to be out of the south-southeast up to about over 20 miles an hour. Then tonight, got a lot of clouds rolling in. There is a 20% late tonight. 20% chance of scattered thunderstorms. Our low is only going to be 53. Winds are going to be still out of the south-southeast up into the 20s. So the winds aren't going to really lay down with all this. Then tomorrow we do have a 50% chance, high of 74. It's going to be mostly cloudy with all that precipitation that I hope we're going to get. Winds are going to be out of the south-southeast at 30, gusting up into the 40s. And then tomorrow night, the chance of rain still hangs around 60%, 54 for the overnight low. Winds will be out of the south-southeast at 30. So we're going to still have a lot of wind with this. Chance of maybe some severe weather further to the east of the viewing area, but you can see every day on the 7-day, I don't think we've ever seen this, that Every day has a chance of rain. Now you can see as we get into Saturday and Sunday, that chance really ramps up. Not going to be quite as warm on Sunday with only a high of 58. Then we'll be back up into the 60s on Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. Still a chance of rain all the way through Wednesday of next week. That's a look at our weather. We'll be back with the markets and entertainment news after this.
Something I feel when I'm right here. Something that tells me that I'm home. People are people around here. That's how it is. It's so clear. Letting it show. I've been around the world, only to find what I already know. This is the place. Everybody here knows it. This is the place. Oh, it's home to me and you. Yeah. This is the place.
So, I got this new family, and I don't know what it is about this one, but she can't seem to put down that toy all day long. Tap, 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 tap. Oh, and she even talks to it. She talks to that more than she talks to him. What's up, bro? Nice shirt. Who's she talking to? Her mom? She talks to her mom a lot.
Hi, Chris Jewell, host of High Plains Today, a 30-minute news and information program that airs weekdays at noon right here on TV23. We talk about news, we talk about sports, we talk about weather, we're even going to talk entertainment. We'll have live guests right here on set with me. So, every day at noon, tune in, High Plains Today. We'll see you then.
Weekdays here on TV23.
So, same time next week?
Well, of course.
Put away a few bucks, feel like $1 million. For free tips to help you save, go to Feed the Pig.
And we're back, and now we welcome in our entertainment correspondent from Chicago via Skype, Adam Jewell. How are you today?
It's a sunny, balmy 60 degrees out today, so.
Well, it's not bad. Then you should have went, hello. Okay. All right, you got 3 deals you're going to talk to us. I'm going to let you run with this. The first one is a Netflix.
Yeah, I've already talked about it before. So you need something to do this weekend. It's time to binge watch The Unbreakable Kimmy Schmidt.
All right, tell me about Unbreakable Kimmy Schmidt, because I have no idea what this is, what it's about. I don't remember from the last time we talked about it. So go. Tell me about the writing, what it's about, what makes it good.
Okay. Well, it's about a young woman who's rescued from a doomsday cult and reintroduced to the real world. So she was living in an underground bunker with 3 other women for, I believe it's 15 years. And so she's reintroduced to the world, and it's her being reacclimated to what's new and what's going on in today's society. It's written by Robert Carlock, or created by Robert Carlock and Tina Fey. It's a nice, fresh sitcom, and it stars Ellie Kemper, who you might know as Erin from The Office. And it's 13 episodes, all half-hour long, and it's most likely the most popular show on Netflix and highest rated.
Question.
Okay.
I have a question. Okay, so 15 years, so she's coming out, and we're looking at, okay, cell phones, texting, computers, internet, Wi-Fi, et cetera, fashion, all that kind of stuff. So she has to get reacclimated to all that?
Yeah.
So that's what makes it so fun to watch?
Exactly. Just the cast of characters that are involved. Like Jane Krakowski, another 30 Rock alum, is in it, as well as newcomer Titus Burgess, who's just as funny.
I don't know Titus Burgess, but Jane Krakowski, she does the orange juice commercials now, right?
Oh, okay.
Oh, yeah, you don't. Anyway, okay. All right, so you highly recommend The Unbreakable Kimmy Schmidt. Now, did this just get started again? Is this a new season that's out?
Season 2 comes out tomorrow, so you'll be able to fly through it by the weekend.
Okay, a little binge watching The Unbreakable Kimmy Schmidt. All right, this next one now is an HBO vehicle, right? And this
Correct.
all happened way back when, before you were born, I'm sure. So, and it's called simply Confirmation.
Confirmation. It deals with the confirmation of Clarence Thomas, the Supreme Court Justice Clarence Thomas. This was back in, I believe, 1990, 91.
Okay, so you were born then.
When he was going under hearings to be confirmed as a Supreme Court judge. And if you don't know, just a quick history lesson, with Anita Hill stepped forward and claimed sexual harassment from Justice Clarence Thomas.
Well, he wasn't a justice yet, but he was a judge, and she worked for him, correct?
Correct.
Okay.
There were things, improprieties such as touching and saying things, and then things that left on a Coke can.
I was going to say, don't go there.
I'll
Do
just
not
leave it-
go there. Leave it at that. All right. So this is really when sexual harassment and stuff really came kind of to the forefront, right?
Yes. This kind of paved the way. This hearing paved the way for sexual harassment in the workplace. Because these proceedings were also presided over by Ted Kennedy and Vice President Joe Biden, who was senator at the time.
Right. I remember that. Yeah. And so this all of a sudden, I mean, they're having his confirmation hearings, and then all of a sudden, bam, there's Anita Hill in the deal.
Correct.
And then it was on TV a lot.
Yes. So Kerry Washington, who is from Scandal, plays Anita Hill. So she's the one who's going to be carrying it. Everyone loves Kerry Washington. Everyone loves Scandal. So it's worth checking out. It comes out this weekend, this Saturday, I believe.
Okay. So, and who plays Judge Thomas and the other main characters? Anybody we know?
Judge Thomas is played by Wendell Pierce, who you might know from as Officer Bunk from The Wire.
Okay, yes.
If you've ever watched The Wire, Greg Kinnear plays Joe Biden. So that's
Greg Kinnear, who got his start back on Talk Soup way back when.
I don't think Greg Kinnear was not on Talk Soup.
Are you sure?
Very sure. Pretty sure.
Homework assignment. Make sure. All right.
Okay.
All right. So confirmation. Now that comes out on HBO this weekend also, right?
Correct.
Okay. Now this last one that we're going to talk about in the 2-3 minutes we have left is called Midnight Special. And this is in theaters now, right?
Yes.
Okay. And this one looks kind of interesting. Explain the premise and stuff to me about Midnight Special.
Well, it's a new take on sci-fi. Because normally when you think sci-fi, you think big budget, spaceship, aliens, pew, 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 pew type stuff. So what it is, it's about a father and son. They go on the run, and they're pursued by the government and a cult. Because this child has some sort of special powers. They don't really know what, though. But you just know he's special. And the thing is, he gets his powers through the daylight. So when he's out in sunlight, his powers manifest. So that's why they go on the run during the night. Hence the name Midnight Special.
Okay. So, and then there's these people that think that his special powers have something to do with something, and they're chasing him down?
Yes.
Okay.
Like the government wants him because, it's the government. And then this cult wants him because they see him as like the reincarnation of Christ and, Christ-like figures, stuff like that.
Okay. Who's in this? Anybody
Michael
we know?
Shannon plays...
Who?
Michael Shannon plays the boy's father. He's in every Jeff Nichols movie. Jeff Nichols did Mud and Take Shelter. Michael Shannon was also in the latest Superman. Adam Driver is in it. Kirsten Dunst, Joel Egerton. So it's got a very stellar cast and a very new, fresh take on the whole sci-fi genre.
Okay. All right. So this is kind of a new take on sci-fi, as you said. Right?
Correct.
Okay. All right. Well, that makes sense. Okay. So this weekend, you've got a choice of The Unbreakable Kimmy Schmidt, which just came out, season 2 on Netflix, new, fresh. She's been being held underground by a cult for 15 years, and bam, she's back in society. Right. And then you have Confirmation, which is back in the early 90s, confirmation hearings for Justice Clarence Thomas on the Supreme Court, and Anita Hill featured Kerry Washington in that. And then Midnight Special, which is in theaters now, correct?
Correct.
All right. Okay, one I want you to do a little research on for me, and we'll talk about it next time, is Marvel's new Civil War movie. Okay. Because we have a split between, Iron Man and Captain America. Don't do it now because we don't have time. But anyway.
We can talk about it when it gets closer. We don't need to talk about that next week.
All right. Okay. Thanks,
next
Adam.
Week, there's a whole plethora of things to talk about.
All right. Well, that's your homework for next time.
Okay.
All right. Thanks, Adam. We'll see you next time. And stick around. Be back with more after this. Hi, I'm Chris Jewell, host of High Plains Today, a 30-minute news and information program that airs at noon weekdays right here on TV23. Hey, do you think you have an idea for something that would make a great segment? Somebody that would make a great interview? What about a community event that needs highlighting? Let us know here at the station. Email us news@kdgltv.com.
When you do business with United Wireless, you're doing business with people living and working right here in Southwest Kansas, not someone halfway across the world. We're proud of the fact that every day we serve our friends and neighbors, our healthcare providers and hairdressers, technicians, farmers, and local retailers. You are the people who make Southwest Kansas great. And for all you do, we believe you should be treated with the utmost respect. We are United Wireless, and we are Southwest Kansas proud.
You want to feel connected, at one with your world. Informed, included, and inspired. So no matter where you are, when important things happen, we're here at all hours, in the moment, on every screen in your life. Your local TV and radio broadcasters. We investigate and inform, give back to the community, build the local economy, even save lives. America's #1 source for news, weather, and information. And unlike any other news source, we're here, 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 and here. We are broadcasters, always here for you, wherever here may be. Text TV to 52886. Tell Washington local stations matter.
Hey, Liberal baseball took 2 over Scott City 10-0 and 15-4 back on Tuesday. National Beef Family Sports Complex and Liberal. Both games went 6 innings. And Garden City's Rugby Club will host its second home game of the year this Saturday at Esquivel Field at Kenneth Henderson Middle School. Now the match will begin at 12:30 against the Junction City United Rugby Football Club. Now this is the inaugural season for Garden City Club team and will be the 4th match for the team. Hey, rugby, that's kind of cool. In the top of the 8th inning on Wednesday night, Salvador Perez took a vicious hack, curveball, bang, 2-run blast. They beat the Astros 4-2 last night. And the most celebrated closing night in NBA regular history not only lived up to expectations, might have exceeded them with a pair of performances. All right, Golden State, first team to ever win 73 games in a season. And Kobe Bryant stepped aside yesterday. You know what? On his final hurrah at the Staples Center, he only scored 60 points in that game. Very, very appropriate. Let's take a look at our weather before we get out of here today. 65 right now, 67% humidity. Winds have picked up a little south-southeast at 16, but barometric pressure is still falling. Look at that. The next 7 days all have a chance of storms in them. Some of those could be severe. We do have a 90% chance on Saturday and Sunday. Go out and make it a good day. Tomorrow's special show, Kirk Hutchinson, KDOT.
Keep up to date with the latest information from TV23 on our Facebook page, KDGL TV.
Know what?
What?
Since I got adopted, I've learned a lot about these humans.
I know. I mean, check out these two. It's Flirt City over here.
Yeah, I noticed that. It looks like my human is definitely into your human.
Oh, look! I think she's getting his number.
Nice.
Your human's got some sweet moves.
Takes after his dog. Oh, look, they're doing that thing where they put their arms around each other.
She kicked up a leg. It's like in the movies.
That's awesome. Looks like we're going to be hanging out a little bit more.
So, same time next week?
Well, of course. Put away a few bucks, feel like $1,000,000. For free tips to help you save, go